Chaldean Hammer.
So therefore he'll probably be going for the Yomu's build as his first item for that armor pen and that extra damage from the Yomu's passive being dropped.
Interestingly, you'll see that a lot of people actually won't run the Yomu's Ghost Blade because they get confused over why would you have an attack speed passive for someone who doesn't actually use attack speed passive, but a lot of people don't remember that when it's activated, he does get the increased attack damage boost, which is actually quite significant if you've ever played GM.
And it also gives him a movement speed boost, which is nice for a champion that doesn't have any normal escapes.
Or mobility, for that matter. As well. Other items coming out, we got sight stones on the supports, which is not unusual. Karma's gone for the Athene Unholy Grail, which was recently changed in one of the new patches. So you get pre-mitigation damage as blood charges, and then healing or shielding another ally. But we're just about to go in with the smite.
Here comes the Jin ult. Oh, and the J4 ult to confirm the kill. And Jin's just pouring that ult straight into.
We're going top as well, since Alistair seems to have been able to disengage.
And we will drop back to bot because Karma has rotated down, as has Vel'Koz though. So we currently have a 4v3 fight down in bot lane.
Alistair doesn't have an ult at the moment because it is on cooldown for quite a significant amount of time. So they'll probably maybe want to consider giving it up. However, they do have enough wave clear that they should be able to pass it off without a problem. They may consider going Dragon. Dragon is roaring at them quite aggressively. However, they do have a ward there, so they know that this is going on.
Whether they'll be able to stop it will be a different question. It will be interesting to see if Mr. Forever will go for the flash ult, as a Nunu will typically do. Or if he'll just go in and use his chomp to take it, because it can do more damage than a smite.
He does appear to be going in for it. He's going to use
and there uses his chomp to get that dragon. There goes the Vel'Koz ult for a disengage. But
looks like
both teams seem to be leaving each other alone for now.
Yeah, they seem to have been willing to sacrifice the first dragon of the match.
So if we'll look at the current... God, it's early. Team kills, we'll notice that while Get Him to the DC has 6 kills to... No, Big DC has 6 kills to get him to the Theris' 2 kills. To get him to the Theris is actually leading goal count, as they are currently leading in objectives, having 2 towers and the dragon already. So this means that they are still very much in the game, no matter what the skill ratio is. And they'll most likely get another tower here. That'll be all the first towers down.
Oh, just sitting there just on 14 HP. Tower will eventually go down, either to a champion's hand or a minion's hand. For the moment, it stands there, because interestingly, the global gold that the tower gives now is negligible.
Yes.
Yes, so really they want to push this out and attempt to get it themselves. However, that may be too risky for them current time. Though we do have 3 vs 3 at the moment. Vel'Koz and Frodo's abilities to get some gentle poke out. Jarvan 4 is just up securing his red. Looks like the red team is considering to either leave Vel'Koz to defend what's left of the tower, or just disengage and then settle for the bot lane farm, which is quite significant at the moment. Blue
Get into the Pharaohs pushing their advantage, going for that mid tower, which they know they can get as soon as they get near it.
And Vel'Koz disengages which is a single hit. Doesn't really matter. Yasuo has finished his Triforce. Some people have a little reservation about using Triforce. However, his Q does proc off Sheen as well, so it's perfectly fine. They are going to secure the Rift Herald if they can.
J4 seems to be looking for the steal, although it would probably be unwise to engage 1 against 5.
Oh, the life form disintegration. It resets.
And it reset the Rift Herald, which will be very annoying. Blue team still gets it, and they'll put it on the Yasuo for that extra damage as the solo laner. Up in top, where you don't normally see as many of the other teams.
That was a really unfortunate for the Get Him to the Ferris for the
reset there?
For the reset.
Rather annoying is the Rift Herald is a very tanky creature. Yes.
However, at the same time, it worked to their favour because DC wasn't able to secure it because of the sudden reset, because it did look like the life form disintegration ray was going to get it. So it did kind of work out for them in the end. Yasuo is free to push by himself now, though he is going back at the moment.
If we'll take a look to the CS count down on the champions, you'll notice that while Yasuo has conceded 2 deaths, he's well ahead in CS, so therefore he is still well ahead in gold of Malphite, as you'll notice by the fact that he's got his Berserker's Greaves and Triforce already, whereas Malphite has only been able to purchase a Sunfire Cape and first tier boots.
They say that roughly a kill equals about 20-25 CS if you don't have any death penalties. So that only puts up Malphite to 110 or so, which still leaves Yasuo a significant lead of about 30 CS or so.
Yeah.
Going through other items, you can see a Sheen on Nunu.
Mr. Forever.
Karma still has picked up a cloth armor and some boots.
Also well ahead of her landing opponent in CS there, so and also having picked up 2 kills, so very ahead in the gold count.
Very ahead. Alistair's finally finished his Face of the Mountain as well, which is a pretty good shield. And Caitlyn has her Runin's Hurricane and is still left the BF sword unupgraded at the moment.
And we'll notice that it's nearly dead even between the AD carries and farm, which is very interesting to see, which means their item count will be fairly close. Although Jin has 2 kills, so therefore we presume that he has more gold, although his items are more expensive than Caitlyn's, as Runan's only capped out is 2,600 gold. Whereas Yomu's is 3,200, and the Duskblade, which we assume that Jin is going for, is another 3,000.
So despite the 2 kills...
Oh, nice and dark for a moment.
Nice and dark for a moment.
We have timed lights here, people, so they like to, not in this building.
No. Okay.
They like to go on and off. Oh, here we have Vel'Koz disengaging from the Nunu.
Yep. Interestingly, you'll see that the gold between the AD carries is only 100 gold. So they are very close to each other, which is very interesting in comparison to how far apart all the other laners are. You can see that Yasuo is ahead of 1,000 gold, and you can also see that Karma is ahead of 1,000 gold as well. It's only the AD carries, or marksmen as they're known now, which are this very similar. What this means is that sustained damage-wise, they're very even. However, from a burst point of view, Get Them to the Ferris definitely has the upper hand in this game.
And if you'll notice the team goal deficit overall, Get Them to the Ferris has a 3k lead on the other team, and it's usually said that once you get a 10k lead on the other team, you've got a confirmed win. Although not always, but typically. Here we have a great engage from Tuno, and he's going in. We've got the Jin ult. Oh, and there's the J4 ult, followed up by the Vel'Koz ult. This is the wombo that we were talking about earlier, people, but it seems that Get Them to the Ferris is a little too tanky for Big DC to destroy them. They're only taking away 1 kill on the AD carry.
It was really interesting to see that, as we were talking about in the champion select, that Yasuo did actually get off his win wall. The reason why that was so significant, because he did get his first 3 shots off, and then when he went for the 4th shot, for those who don't know, has an immense crit value on it, was actually blocked by the wind wall.
Yes. And each shot does more damage depending on the missing health percentage of the champion.
So as you may remember, a lot of them were quite low. Yes. So Yasuo negated that kill.
And here we have Get Them to the Ferris going for a quick drag, which is a fire drake, which will give them more damage, which is a very handy thing to have on such a high pick and dueling team. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So everyone seems to be disengaging. That's the second dragon going to Get Them to the Ferris at the moment.
And although that would seem to be a good team fight for Big DC, Get Them to the Ferris still has that strong objective control, not having conceded a single tower or
a single dragon
or even Rift held to Big DC.
We're just going to quickly, while I quiet it down, we're going to quickly look at ward coverage. So we're swapping over to the blue team at the moment. I'll Get Them to the Ferris. You'll see that they only actually have a vision ward here, a vision ward there. And then a few different wards here and there, but it doesn't give them much coverage. Now, if you look over to the red side as well, you'll see they have even less coverage in comparison, actually. So,
which, as many people will tell you, is not a good idea. Any support main will say that everyone needs to be warding, not just the support, as many people typically like to say.
Especially AD carries who have no appreciation.
Here we have the engage from Mr. Forever. Well, he's looking to catch Lin Cafe Raid out, but as he is J4, he has an easy escape, and he's
will disengage.
And Johnny did happen to notice that pink ward. I thought he was going to miss it for a moment.
It's always funny watching people walk past and they completely forget.
And
We've got the first tower being pushed here by these two. Well, also top lane we have 3 people pushing, so they're looking to either
trade objectives here, and the objective will work and get into the Ferris' favour, as that is a second tier tower compared to the first tier tower that the bot lane was able to take.
They are backing immediately. However, it does look that get them to the Ferris is completely okay.
Will Vel'Koz be caught out here? There's the headshot from the Caitlyn. No,
also
easy disengage.
Out. Jin actually chose not to back. Jin will be slowly rotating himself up.
Maybe hoping to catch them in a pincer through... He has ult up, doesn't he?
He does have ult, yes.
Between his ult and the Vel'Koz ult there, with the J4 going for that wombo combo yet again, hopefully they'll try and bait out the Yasuo wind wall beforehand.
Yeah. However, it does not seem that they were going to budge. However, at the same time, the blue team doesn't have any vision on that side of the map either, so they would have been completely unaware of the Jin because he chose to walk up here, which they have no path over at the moment. Blue will be going over to Karma
for the CDR and extra mana boost.
Yeah, which is pretty good for someone who literally runs on spammable abilities.
What are you talking about, Oscar?
You're right, she has very long cooldowns.
Yes, of course.
So it looks like they'll be pushing up mid as well. It's currently a 2v2, though Karma is rolling up.
And it seems to be that the jungle for Big DC seems to be coming in from the side for engage.
They can try to pull off this combo correctly. They might actually have some luck. Interestingly, we still have them too. They're rolling up the river at the moment. They looks like the team fight isn't going to happen. It looks like it's disengaged. We have four mid on the red side and 3 mid on the blue side.
Indeed.
Caitlyn is rotating up to make sure she can defend her team. It's a very hard siege for them because the tower is pretty much on full health at the moment. They are clearing the blue ward.
Pink ward.
Pink ward. Sorry, blue ward. Sorry, that's
it's okay.
Different mobile.
First game. We'll make it. It's okay.
So most of the team are now mid. We have 5 J4s just casually going to be doing his Raptors. Yasuo will be pushing top. We'll be doing a split push. Caitlyn just laying down her traps is a good disengage. No one has any spell shields, which will just negate them. So it does create a nice wall. Yasuo has just pushed the wave slightly and has disengaged immediately. It'll be interesting to see that Jin has managed to lay out his traps in a way that has slowed down the engage, so they couldn't actually catch up to them, which they were looking to when they were in the retreat. So we'll be going back to a quiet laning time.
You'll also notice that Genji Ferris' team gold lead seems to have grown. It's roughly reaching about 4k at the moment, nearly getting into the 5k area.
That's what that is. Gold differentials are now 2,000 between Yasuo and Malphite, which is quite significant because Yasuo does have a lot of built-in armor penetration, which when you're a tank isn't that necessarily that fantastic. Going at top at the moment, and it looks like they're going 3v1 for Yasuo. I don't know if Yasuo is intending to engage. Oh, it does seem
there's the wind wall. Oh, and he misses his knock-up.
Which is a little surprising.
There's a double flash, and Yasuo seems to be getting out.
J4
coming in, cut him off. Will Yasuo be able to escape this one?
He misses it again, and then gets just the tip of the life form disintegration ray. However, while this has been happening, bot lane has been pushing.
So therefore they've conceded yet another objective to get into the Ferris, which is not typically what you want to do when there's nearly a 6k gold deficit in it.
And they'll definitely be pushing on the inside turret as well.
And now that they know that Vel'Koz has no ult, they know that they can continuously push. And there's the knockout from the Alistair catching that Tom catch out. Will his shield be able to save him? Yes.
Very barely.
And that's half health to that inhibitor turret already, only from that slight push.
Doing
it's
a very
overextended.
However, he does flash out.
There, J4 has to disengage. There's the Jin ult. Will he be able to catch him?
He does manage to get out. I'm not sure.
Little disappointing from the Jin ult there. Maybe he wasn't paying attention, or
it's more likely that, as you can see, that there is no vision. So as soon as they walked past there, he wouldn't actually have any sight of him, which is unfortunate. But
I would have thought he would have got sight from that Vel'Koz geometry there when it hit the Mist Forever. But Mist Forever seemed to get lucky today.
He seemed to managed to pull out for the time being. So red buff has spawned on the DC side at the moment. Someone will probably be securing that. as we were saying earlier,
They're
gold
looking for the
differentials are
steal.
getting pretty significant with almost a 3,000 gold difference between the Yasuo and the Malphite.
And a 5k gold deficit between the two teams now is getting them to the Ferris, gets that objective control.